what's in our life a distraction or something that God has divinely connected us to. A lot of times we don't know the difference between the two, because sometimes, honestly, the distraction can feel like a divine connection, and usually it's because of how it makes us feel. It's not necessarily something that God ordained in our lives, or meant for us to be in our life, but because it makes us feel good, we sometimes get confused and we mistake distractions as divine connections. Why is this important to know? Why is it important to know the difference between distraction and divine connection? Because if you do not know the difference between the two, you won't be able to do what God has purposed you to do. It can hinder you from growing. It can hinder you from going to the next level in your life, from pursuing your purpose. So it's very important to know the difference between the two. Anything that directs your attention away from something, that's a distraction. And then I did some research and to find out what a divine connection is. According to an article written by Dr. Francine, divine connections are relationships or associations sent directly from God. These connections are people are sent to link with you, join with you, and bond with you. They're designed by God to help bring to pass a promise of future event that is preordained. So now that we have a better understanding of what a distraction is and what a divine connection is, now we must examine how these distractions can really affect your life and how they can prevent you from being connected to your divine connections. Let's take a look at distractions. Like I said, distractions is it could be anything that takes your focus off of what you need to be focused on, your purpose, your dreams, your goals, even your family, the things that God predestined to be in your life, the things that God wants you to pursue, your purpose, your gift. You have to take a look at your life and you have to examine your life. What are some of the things in your life that you know are a distraction, that you know that are stopping you from reaching your full potential, that you know are distracting you from your purpose? Just think about some of the things. It may not be anything that you may notice right away. It could be something subtle. It could be even your own thoughts that is distracting you. Because sometimes our own thoughts, our negative thinking, the self-doubt, our low self-esteem, it can be a distraction to us from reaching our full potential, from us pursuing our purpose. So just take a moment and just think about that thing. Think about that one thing, or maybe it could be a person or people. Just take a moment and just think about that thing. And ask yourself, is this thing something that God has divinely connected me to, or is it a distraction? Because like I said before, anything that distracts you from your God-given purpose, your gift, that is a distraction. How do you go about eliminating those distractions? How do you even go about really knowing what those distractions is? Because like I said, it can be a little bit tricky sometimes, because sometimes distractions don't look like distractions. Sometimes distractions make us feel good, make us think that it's something that we need. But if it's taking your focus off of your purpose, if it's taking your focus off your the people in your life that God predestined you to be connected to, then that thing is a distraction. And so you have to take the steps to properly go about getting rid of those things that do not serve no purpose in your life, those things that's keeping you from reaching your full potential. So the first thing you have to do is acknowledge those distractions in your life. You have to say to yourself, okay, these things are not productive. They're not helping me get to where I need to be. They're not helping me to reach my divine connections, the things and people that God want me to be connected to. They're not helping me do that. So even though I may like these things, I may enjoy these things, I may like being around these people. These people may even be, because sometimes, it's tricky. These people may be some really nice people. But if it's not pushing you, these things or these people are not pushing you to reach your full potential, to push you closer to your goals and your dreams and your whatever God has placed in you, then it's a distraction. There's a lot of wolves in sheep clothing out here, and you have to be aware of those. You have to be aware of the wolves in sheep clothing, or you will get distracted. You'll get off the path that God has predestined for you to be on. Is it always easy to get rid of those distractions? No, it's not always easy, and it's not an overnight process. You don't just say, hey, I'm done with it right away. It takes time. But it doesn't have to be a long process if you acknowledge these things that's in your path, because these things are in your path. They're blocking your path. They're hindering you from reaching your goal. If you acknowledge these things are in the way, and you take the steps to move these things out of the way, and you make a decision in your head that no, nothing is getting in the way. Nothing will get in the way of my divine connections, the things that God has predestined me to be divinely connected to. If you make up in your mind that no matter what it is or no matter who it is, it's going to get in the way, then those things can be moved. But you have to make up in your mind that you want these things to move. Only you can do that. Nobody can make you do it. You have to know that reaching your purpose, reaching the things that God has for you is way more important than those things that are blocking your path. You have to have a strong desire and a passion to want to pursue that thing that God has for you. And you have to be to the point where you are tired of just standing still and accepting less than what He has for you. Because when we allow distractions in our life, then we are not allowing ourselves to be stagnant and to stay stuck in that place of not having the things that God desires us to have, not having that peace, not having that love, not even being able to financially take care of ourselves like He wants us to be able to, because we're allowing these things to distract us. There are people that God has in place for you to be connected to, but He cannot send those people to you because you have to get rid of your distractions. This year is coming to an end. There will be a new year approaching soon. Today, you have to make a decision that I'm eliminating all distractions. I'm eliminating everything that's stopping me from reaching my full potential, from everything that's stopping me from reaching the things that God has for me, that's stopping me from being connected to the things that God has already predestined me to be connected to, which are your divine connections. Your divine connections will be the thing in your life, to be the people in your life that will encourage you, that will push you towards your purpose, towards your goals. They won't stop you from growing. They're gonna motivate you even when you don't feel like it. Those are your divine connections. Pour into you as much as you pour into them. There won't be no one-sided relationships. Your divine connections are not one-sided. They don't just take and leave you with nothing. You have peace when you're around them. You're happy when you're around them. You don't have to worry about them talking about you behind your back, because if you doing something that they may necessarily not like, they're going to tell you in your face. They're going to tell you the truth. They're not going to always sugarcoat their words, but they mean well because they want to see you be the best person that you can be. So make a decision today. Don't wait. This year's almost over, to eliminate all your distractions so you can get connected to your divine connections. I hope that you continue to be blessed. I hope that your new year is full of all the blessings, every blessing that you prayed for. I pray it's a good year for all of us, because I know this year has been difficult for so many people. I really do. Thank you so much. I have a podcast that you can catch me on Spreaker. I'm also on Instagram at Mirror Talk 78. I'm also on TikTok at Mirror Talk 1. And I'm also on YouTube. You can check me out on YouTube. Thank you so much. I hope you have a blessed and prosperous week.